Readers, listeners, welcome to this recommendation where I convince you whether you might or might not want to check out this book that I love. Today, we are talking about this gorgeous, gorgeous book called Margaret the First by Danielle Dutton. This is a novella. It is 150 pages of just an absolute incredible transportation of you through time and through geography into the middle of 17th century England. Margaret I, she was the Duchess of Newcastle, was a writer and a scientist, real kind of a luminary and a real rebel. Virginia Woolf had a lot to say about Margaret of Newcastle. Margaret, in fact, acting as somewhat of a role model in some ways for the kind of awesome rebellion that we know that Virginia herself took part in. This is a woman who once went to the opera with no top on, wore black stars on her face, a woman who was really gonna, bust down some barriers. One thing Dutton does is she actually pulls some words from both Margaret's own writing and then also from the writing of Virginia Woolf. A little bit of Woolf plus a little bit of Danielle Dutton and a little bit of Margaret herself. We're gonna dive in just a couple of snippets. The woman had 8 children. The first, called Tom, in 1603, the final year of Queen Elizabeth's reign. It was 5 daughters and 3 sons, and she dressed them richly but simply and cleanly to ward off sharkly habits. I always feel like I can tell if I'm going to love a book really from the first sentence. And in this case, I did. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I found the cover so incredibly compelling, so beautiful. It's so beautiful that when I went to do my little picture where it's me and the book, I found myself hiding. But page 22, so this gives you a sense of sort of the fanciful, unique, engrossing, and magical prose that Danielle Dutton uses to bring Margaret to life. I found myself in an unknown universe, whirling far into space, dogs in hats, platonic ideals, sparkling conversation, and ivy-coated quadrangles with womanizing captains, dueling earls, actors. I mean, there is so much in that first sentence. You guys can imagine all the fun I'm going to have with platonic ideals. This prose just absolutely begs for some unpacking. It begs for rereading. If this book appeals, it's such a slim book. It's just an absolute beautiful romp through time with a woman who is super inspirational. And, what better can we look for than a role model of Virginia Woolf's?